person can go 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, and 3 minutes without air. Watch this. Oh. Airball. Hey everybody, Dave Wookner here, Chief Curiosity Officer. Today's video is all about air, because if air is so important, shouldn't we know everything there is to know about it? Let's start with the question, what exactly is air? If you said gas, that's right. If you said oxygen, that's 1/5 right. And that's because here at the surface of the Earth, 78% of the air we breathe is nitrogen gas. Only 21% is oxygen. Think about that. For every breath you take in, only part of what you're breathing is actually used by our body to live. The next question is, what is a gas, and why can't we see it? The gases in the air are invisible because they're either a single atom of an element, the smallest building block of matter, or they're molecules, a combination of 2 or more atoms bonded together. Either way, they're far too small to see, and they rarely interact with light. It's like seeing a single string from a mile away. You can't. But a million strings wound together, like the atoms in a solid or liquid, that you can see just fine. And before I go on, it's time for the amazing science question of the day. Which terrestrial planet, one with a solid surface, has the thickest atmosphere? Stay tuned for the amazing answer. The next question is, why does Earth even have an atmosphere in the first place? And it's because of the strong magnetic field from the molten outer core of the Earth and gravity. And can you guess why the moon has no air, no magnetic field, and a lot less gravity? And gravity pulling the air down also explains why there's less of it as you go up. Now let's check out the following graph, and that includes you adults, because this graph answers a lot of questions, like why do airplanes carry oxygen masks? Well, if they lose cabin pressure, they're flying at 30,000 feet or higher. And at that elevation, they only have about 30% the air of a person at sea level. Now pause the video, Google your elevation above sea level, and find out how much air you have where you live. And if you feel like it, leave it in the comments. Now we answer, why is air so important? You know we need food for energy to live, right? But there's another thing we need to get that energy out of the food. It's oxygen. Now our cells take sugar from food, they take oxygen from air. You put them together, boom, energy is released and powers us in our lives. Then after that reaction, the sugar and oxygen become water and carbon dioxide. Basically, that's how you lose weight. It's by breathing out CO2 and then getting rid of that water any way possible. We won't go into details. Wait, but if this is true, aren't you destroying precious oxygen every time you breathe in? Shame on you. Actually, no, because that CO2 is then grabbed by green plants and used in photosynthesis to create sugars and oxygen that we breathe and consume. It's a cycle. We need plants and they need us too. And now it's time to answer the amazing science question of the day. And the answer is Venus. Venus has an atmosphere 90 times thicker than that of Earth's. It's enough to crush anything we send there. And its temperature is 530 degrees hotter than Mercury's, even though it's twice as far away from the sun. And that's because it has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide gas, a greenhouse gas that absorbs heat energy and holds it in. And did I mention it rains sulfuric acid? So air is important wherever you are. I hope you now have a greater appreciation for the air we breathe. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I need to get into better shape.